Something's Brewing, sponsored by Sacred Heart University. Learn the science of beer in Connecticut's first brewing certificate program.
For this week, Something's Brewing, we are featuring Malpractice Brewing Company. Another new brewery is coming soon, this time to Cheshire. We're going to talk all about that, and we're going to sample some beers. Well, this is a true work from home for me. We are coming to you from my sun porch. I am joined by Kyle Benora, owner brewer of Malpractice Brewing Company. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my
I
goodness.
really appreciate it.
Yes, I've been following you, and I'm like, he has to get on the Something's Brewing show. So you have a spot. It's not ready yet. It's in Cheshire.
Correct.
Tell us all about it.
So we just got the news very recently, 2 days ago even, that we were approved by planning and zoning to move ahead with the rest of our plan.
Great.
So at this point, we're looking at hopefully a year from now being open. So we're pretty excited, anxious at the same time, but looking forward to it. And so this is a project that we've kind of wanted to do for a long time and joked about, but never actually thought was going to become a reality until this past year.
That's great.
Yeah,
and you have a partner.
Yes.
And where did the name come from?
So our name came from, we're all in healthcare basically. My partner's in healthcare. He's a physician, he's a surgeon. I'm a physician assistant. I work in emergency medicine and urgent care. And even my wife, my brother and his wife, we're all in healthcare. So we're pretty vested. And so toying around with ideas, this was an idea that came about as kind of a joke, and it just stuck.
Well, the amber ale that you have, tell us about that.
So the amber ale, we call it Sir's Ale. It's an American style amber ale, so it's a kind of a hybrid style, kind of malty, a little hoppy, best of both worlds. The name came from our grandfather. It's kind of tribute to him, who inadvertently got us into brewing. I don't think he knows actually, how the effect he had. We'd be up and visiting them, going skiing, and he'd be in the kitchen brewing up pots of beer, and in the corner of my eye, seeing that, and then years and years later, it was something that said, "Hey, I'm out of beer right now. How can I get more?"
Yeah.
And it started from there, and that was more than 10 years ago at this point.
Oh wow, that's so great.
It's just kind of built upon that ever since.
Next up, you have a New England IPA.
Yes, it's a single hop New England IPA. It's highlighting the Azaka hop, which is a kind of tropical, mango-y, papaya kind of hop. And we like the concept of doing a single hop. We get to explore exactly what this one particular hop will be doing for our beer. And if we were to combine it in another IPA or with other hops, to see how they would play together and kind of get more exciting flavors out of that. So that one came across pretty well too. We really like it.
And then you have a regular IPA.
Another IPA, except when this one is not a single hop. This one we like to play on words. So a lot of our naming conventions that we'll use for beers are either pop culture or random college jokes or sayings that we've had in the past. And so this one we call Hayes Bromander, Commander of Bros. And this one is hopped up with Citra, Enigma, and Rakau hops. Again, very tropical. A little more alcohol in this one, but it's very clean tasting, and it won't fill you up feeling like you can't have another one after it, and you won't be kind of feeling it too hard in the head either.
Okay. And last but not least, you have an Imperial Stout.
This one you might be feeling after about 12 ounces of it.
Okay.
It's a 10+% stout, and it's what we would call a dessert stout, so we're highlighting flavors that we typically find in a dessert. This one in particular, caramel, chocolate, peanut butter, and peanuts all went into it. And we've carbonated a little lighter than normal to kind of give it more of a decadent velvety feel to it.
Well, since I'm home, we got to get the dog in here, right, Kyle? So you mentioned opening in about a year or so.
Yeah, I think right now, I think that's a reasonable estimate. I think in the fall time last year, we were estimating about a year and a half, and that was before we had a location. So factoring in things could go very smoothly, or they could not go so smoothly. We're hopeful to be open by November time next year.
Okay.
But we'll see how that plays out.
We'll
at
be
this
watching, and then you'll also be at, festivals come back. It all depends.
Hopefully they come back, and you definitely can see us there.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming here.
Thank you for hosting. Yeah, I totally appreciate it.
All right. Cheers. Something's Brewing at Malpractice Brewing Company.
Thank you.
Cheers.